Okay, on last class, we talked about the system development methods that different people may use like different ways in order to the system development method, and also different organization may decide to use different system development methods. Depends on the style that they like. The first one and the most popular one is what we call structured analysis. When we have to do this kind of system development method, we always call it as like SDLC. Okay, SDLC or system development life cycle. We just like use this kind of development method. Like because one thing is that for the system analysts and also the users, when we try to read the model, when we read the diagram that has been created under the structured analysis, um, both system analysts and users can understand this kind of um, diagram, okay, easily, and then it's easy to prepare and it's universal. Okay, so the things that um, we have to know is that, okay, for the structured analysis, okay, it is predictive approach. This kind of like system development method use set of process, okay, set of process models to describe a system. Okay, when we describe a system, normally we just like use some diagram, okay, in order to just like design. Okay, we just like use process models to just like describe graphically, okay, or visually to the users. And this kind of the system development method is a process centered. That means you have to think first, what process do we have, and after that you just think for the for other components around that process, what should be input, what should be output. Or somebody may call this kind of the structured analysis as the waterfall model. Okay, the next type of system development method, okay, before we talk about the next type, for the structured analysis, okay, um, the deliverer, normally we have the deliverable or we have the end product, okay. But anyway, for this kind of the structured analysis is that disadvantage is that um, because the waterfall model does not emphasize interactivity among phases, but they focus in process. So that's why some of the organization may say that they want to focus on more what to say interactivity. Then they may have to use like other kind of system development method instead. Okay, so it depends. And this criticism can be valid if the SDLC phases are followed too rigidly. Okay, so adjacent phases, okay, usually interact. So that's why somebody said that, okay, um, if we use the structured analysis, sometimes we don't know about like the interaction or interactivity among phases. So, but anyway, the structured analysis, when we talk about it, we talk about the steps of the structured analysis. We have altogether 5 steps or 5 phases altogether. The first one, system planning, then followed by system analysis, and then design. After we design, we implement it. And then when we implement the system already, you have to just like do the system supports and also security. Or sometimes somebody may call the system support as like the maintenance step, like the maintenance step for the information system. Okay. For this one, okay, what are the system planning? The system planning here, okay, is when we talk about the first phase or system planning phase, you have to begin the process and describe problems or desired changes. How can we do this? In order to just like begin the system planning, you have to discuss with the users first. Okay, what do they want? Okay, so that you can plan properly for the system design in the next phase. Okay, so the purpose of this phase for the system planning here is that um, you will do the preliminary investigation. For the preliminary investigation here is to just like get or understand the current situation of the company or the organization or the current system. For example, if the organization has a system already, okay, they may say that, oh, I want to just like replace the current system with a new one. Okay, that is like you have to just like go and then just have to look around the current system first. What's wrong with it? Okay, and what are their input output? What do they want? Okay, this is the preliminary investigation. In this phase, you don't design anything new yet, but just like see the current system only. Key part of preliminary investigation in this phase is feasibility study. For feasibility study here, okay, there might be like couple of alternative. The first one, upgrade. You may upgrade the current system to be like the newer version, let's say, or you may just like replace the system with the new system instead. You just like don't use the old system anymore. Okay, or you may just like say that you just like stop using it. Stop using here means that if users still want to have the output as they want, they may have to use like the concept that is what we call business process re-engineering instead. So it depends on the feasibility study. Or sometimes if you just like go to do the feasibility study, you may tell the users or the top level of that company that, okay, the system currently is good enough already. The things that you should do is that leave it like that, and then we just like have some other kind of system to just like gather the information from the current system and do the things like business intelligence system instead, blah blah blah. Okay, I'll talk about in details when we reach the part of doing the feasibility study. Okay, right after that, when we do the system planning already, we get the feasibility study report. The feasibility study report is the report that is used to tell the users, to report them what's going on. What did you gather the information from the current system? What's wrong with it? And what are possible way that we may do? That is just like roughly report only, because I mean like when you really have to do anything with it, you need to have the approval from the business owner or the authorized people of the current system first. After that, when you just like do the preliminary investigation and then you get the feasibility study report already, the next thing that you have to do or the next step that you have to do is to just like do the system analysis. After you plan, you do analysis. You analyze for the possibility of doing something with the systems. For example, you may migrate from the old system to the new system. You may just like buy the software from other company and do the customization or doing lots of things. The deliverable of this phase of system analysis is system requirement document. System requirement document. For system requirement document, is the report that you just like go to gather the information or the requirement from the users. Users in here might be the current users of the current system, or might be the prospective student, prospective users for the new system that you are going to develop. Okay, they tell you what they want, but you have to also analyze: is it really their requirements, or is it just like the things that they think they should have it? Okay, because when you have to analyze for the requirements, the things that you may be able to separate them or classify them might be like nice to have or must have. These are two different things that you have to separate them. For nice to have, okay, we don't mean we will not develop it, but the things that is the first priority is must have. This one is the first priority. After that, okay, you also propose for the nice to have functions or features. If it's still in the budget, you do the nice to have one. But I mean, like for anything that organization or users really need, it is the first priority, is the must have features that you have to just like tell them. So it comes up with the system requirement document. Okay. Normally the must have features will be stated first in the very beginning of the document. And if you just like still have time, or if the planning time or the plan budget is not over, you still like you can just like still prepare the nice to have features in the document for them as well. After that, when we just like finish the system analysis phase already, then it goes to system design phase. For the system design phase, okay, this one, okay, you may have to work with the programmer, system analyst, plus programming programming capability, or programmer need to help each other. So the deliverable of this phase is system design spec. For system design spec here is the technical one. For system design spec here, okay, we will pass to the programming team that, okay, for example, okay, what programming language will we use? How about the interfacing? What about database? What database do we have to use? Okay, how is the database designed to match with your program? Something like that, to match with the requirement of the users. We will use the system requirement document as the input for system design spec. Okay, so in this phase, you have to know that management and users involvement is critical. What do I mean? If you design and the management doesn't agree later, okay, you have to fix everything and you have to just like, you may have to redo it. So that's why try to let management to know what you are designing, and try to let the user to involve as much as they can. So if they agree with you at the very beginning, you just like the system design spec can be just like approved easily, so you don't have to redo it later. But if they never see it before and you submit the system design spec, I'm sure that most of the time they ask you to change it according to what they need. Okay, so one thing that I believe my students can do it, okay, is that because all of you have good negotiation skills, the things that you have to do is that when you just like do the system design spec while you're preparing it, just go to meet with management and users. And if they want something that you know it's impossible to do, just use your negotiation skills to negotiate with them. And if they say, oh, okay, okay, this one is okay, then when they okay with you already, your system design spec can pass or can be approved easily. Okay, believe me, this is important. After that, what is the next step? When you get the system design spec already, from the system design spec, it will be passed to the programming team, the programmers team. The programmers team will do the next step, that is system implementation. Okay, they'll do the system implementation. That means they just like code the programs, okay, to match with what we design. Okay, so bear in mind that sometimes system analysts is different person from the programmer. So that means system analysts will pass the um, design documentation to the programmer, and the programmer will develop the program to match with what system analyst needs. Bear in mind that programmer doesn't need to think everything by yourself. If it is the information system, it is the large system that there will be the team to design, to help you design. So if you are the programmer for the big information system, the things that you have to do is that write the program according to the spec that they give it to you. Okay, don't write it according to your own idea, because it might be out of the spec that system analysts agree with the users. Okay, so in this phase, the new system is constructed. Okay, after we construct or build the new system already, then you have to launch it. Okay, when the system is launched, you have to know that you cannot just like install or set up the software and let them use and then you just go away. Normally, we need to have maintaining of the system or system support. Okay, we need to have system support and security. So what does it mean? Suppose I say that, okay, the date that we launch the system is 1st of October. Okay, suppose I say that is its launch date. For the big system, we may call it as go live date or live date. Okay, if we assume that, okay, the system go live date or launch date is October the 1st. Okay, the things that you have to do is that, okay, you must have support. Normally it is on site if it is the large system. If it is the big system, normally this on-site support might be like 1 month. Okay, after the launch date, you have to be with them. Because on the very first month, when users really use your system, they will find a problem from the system. And then you have to just like support them, fix the problem for them. Sometimes it is the bug that you just realize that you forgot to remove this part out of the program. Okay, then we just like need to have the support. Okay, on the on-site, or if you say that it's not possible for on-site, it might be just like users can just like talk or call you at any time, but it depends on you. Sometimes you say that, okay, if you are with the users, okay, you might just like ask the users to set up a small desk for you in their office, so that you can just like go to fix the problem for them. Or you may say that, okay, for the support, if it's not on site, if you are at your office, you must have the time longer than 1 month. And the things that you have to know that for the supporting, The things that you have to use or the time that you have to spend is that you may have to allocate one person or one programmer to be responsible for that project. Don't just put the programmer to do something else, okay, during that 1 month, because if there are a lot of users who use this system, okay, for sure on the first month, the problem will arise. And then you need someone to fix the problem immediately. If you just like send the programmer to do on another project already, what will happen? So there will not be there will not be someone who fix the problem for the user straight away. And bear in mind that if it is an information system that it's used for um, like as their operation system, like sales information system, and it's broken, the system is down or having some bugs, and they can't collect the money or they can't sell the products, for sure they want the problem to fix immediately. Then you need to allocate or assign someone to work for being the support team for this system as a full time, at least 1 month. After that, okay, you can see that for the system support, we said that a well-designed system must be secure, reliable, maintainable, and scalable. So secure and reliable, okay, that means, okay, it must be secure enough from just like the data to be hacked or to be revealed accidentally or unintentionally. And it must be reliable. That means if you say that, okay, the users enter 5, you have to say 5 in the system, not just say that, okay, if they enter 5, but in the system on another day, on the day after, when they just like check, it just said 6. That means the system is not reliable at all. Or sometimes you can use this password to log in, sometimes you cannot. Okay, that is unreliable system. What about maintainable? Maintainable means that if the system is broken or if there is a bug, it must be fixable. Okay. And scalable means that in the future, if the system, I mean, if that company has like more staff or more users, your system should support more users. Don't be the system that, okay, if there is if the customer say that, okay, right now we have 100 users, then you just write down a system to support one user's login account. But on next quarter, if the user say that we think that we will have up to 500 users, and you said sorry, we don't plan for that one. If you have or if you would like to have more than 100 users to log in into the system, it will be broken straight away. Don't do like that. It must be scalable. Okay, but scalable here doesn't mean like today we have 100 users and on next year customer plan to have 1 million users is too much. You cannot scale from 100 to 1 million. If they say that, okay, on the launch date they need just 100 and on next year they want 1 million, that should be another system. Okay, not just version 1.1, 1.2. No, it might be another project, because if you just jump from 100 to 1 million, you can see that it's 10,000 times more than the current one. Okay, you should just like let them have the new agreement for those kind of thing. You may say that, okay, right now for 100 users you set up your own server, but for a million users you have to go to cloud, and it's different architecture when you want to use 100 versus 1 million users, then it's another project. Okay, that is scalable. Okay, for the acceptance amount, if you want to have the system to be scalable. And most information system need to be updated significantly or replaced after several years of operation. In this one, let me tell you like this. Normally, when you sign a contract to develop an information system for a company, for example, You said that this project costs around 1 million baht. Okay. So what happened? What covers 1 million baht? 1 million baht normally, the project might be what to say, um, up to system implementation. The customer has the system to be launched, and also you may say that okay, 1 year warranty. That means system support and security. For the system support, okay, might be, I mean, it's 1 year. I mean, in 1 year, you have to just like responsible for the system. If there is some problem, you have to fix it for them. If they found the bug within 1 year, you have to just like give them the service. It depends on the agreement, okay? But after that, what will happen? After the customer pay for 1 million, the maintenance, you need to have the maintenance contract with the customer. Normally, if you run the software house, okay, the maintenance fee we normally this is the I mean it's the standard. It's around 15%. 15% of what? 15% of the purchasing or for the contract that you develop the system for them. So that means 15% here is 15% from 1 million baht that you charge the customer at the first time. So that means it is 150,000 baht per year. That is maintenance. It is another contract that the customer has to sign with you. So what does it mean? If customer doesn't want to have the maintenance, after 1 year warranty, okay, you no longer do anything for them. But if they pay 150,000 baht or 15% maintenance cost with you, that means you have to just like go to check them from time to time. You just clean the data in the database for them. If they say that they want to change the server, okay, you just like install the software of your system to the new server for them. That is included in 15% of the maintenance fee. This is standard that we charge. Okay, around the world they use this this percentage basis, 15%. Some company, if it is a small, if it is a large software, you may just like have 10% maintenance fee. Okay, or it might be up to 17% for the large system like SAP. Okay, so but it's not more than this because of what? They have the formula to think. Because actually we say that normally for the technological stuff, okay, that we have, the lifetime should be 3 to 5 years. 3 up to 5 years. For example, if a company would like to buy a computer, okay, the computer in the company normally it is used for around 3 up to 5 years, and then they have to replace to the new one. So same as the software. The software actually, okay, you may use it up to 5 years before you just like change to the new one. For 5 years, okay, that means they have to divide and think. For 5 years they replace. That means if everything is 100%, they divide it by 5. That means they get 20%. So that means 20% is the maximum percentage of maintenance fee that they should pay per year. Okay, because the depreciation for each year is 20%. If they have to pay more, for example, if they have to pay 30% for the maintenance fee, it's too high. Nobody does like that, and they will not sign a contract for the maintenance with you for sure. So believe me, the golden number is around 15 to 17% for the maintenance fee that you can charge your customer, right? Total grid trin. You asked me about the 20%, not from the profit,ครับ. Total revenue that you charge from the customer, 20% of the total revenue. That means if this project is 1 million baht, okay, it means that the customer are willing to pay up to 200,000 baht per year for maintenance because they pay totally 1 million. It's not about the profit because our project to design and implement a software for them 1 million baht. They may just like use our software to sell the products of their company, maybe like 1 billion. That is about their money. It's not about us. For us, okay, it's the 1 million baht proportion only. Okay. So this concept is the same as when we talk about a car. So when we buy a car, everyone, you need to have a maintenance, right? A car maintenance. Let's imagine that if you have to buy a car for 1 million baht, okay, but you fix, let's say, if the if the air compressor costs 500,000 baht. Do you think that is too expensive for 500,000 of um, an air compressor for the car? Right? It's too expensive, and I'm sure that you will not be happy if the air conditioner is broken, and they say that hey, you have to pay 500,000 baht for the air conditioners. It's too expensive, right? Same as the information system. If you say that okay, you pay 1 million baht to have this information system, but you pay lots of money. Let's say the 300,000 baht each year is too expensive. So this one, it is not about the profit. It's about the money that you invest to get this software. Okay. So any questions about this system support and security? If no questions, let me move on to the next slide. On the next slide, okay, this one we are going to talk about the object-oriented analysis. In this one, we will just like view everything as the object instead. Okay. A message when we talk about object-oriented analysis. This one I just have a short wrap up for you guys because like if you study for object-oriented class already, okay. We say that okay, a message requests specific behavior or information from another object. Normally, it follows a series of analysis and design phases that are similar to SDLC, and it's the interactive model. Okay, this is object-oriented analysis. I'll just like talk more when we reach the part. The first part for analysis and design, they are the same. But for the implementation, it's just like different. We just like design the class and design the object to interact with like another object instead. Another one for the system development method. Apart from the object-oriented, we may use agile methods. This is the newest development. Okay. For the agile, it emphasizes the continuous feedback, okay, from the team who work together. That is just like including you, that might be system analyst, that might be programmer, that might be users who are from like different departments. Okay. We always give the feedback together whether this one is good or not, what should we do, what should we replace. And for the agile, it is iterative developments. Iterative or iterative means something that you have to do repeatedly. Okay, so that means when you do something first, okay, you just propose to the team, they give you the feedback. If it's not good, you just fix it. If it's good, you continue developing in the way that you just like propose to them. Then when the next phase or the next step of the system is coming, you just show to the team once again. They give you the feedback. If it's good, you continue doing it. If it's not good, you just like go to fix it and show to them once again. Do like this until you finish. The Agile community has published the Agile Manifesto. That might be like the guidelines that you may be able to just like read and follow. Okay. And the Agile is the spiral model. Okay, it's a spiral model. Okay, I'll talk about in detail when we reach the Agile methods. Agile process, normally it determines the end results. Okay, it determines the end results. Okay, other adaptive variations and related methods exist during we do the Agile as well. Okay, so for the adaptive variation, when we talk about Agile, you might hear like these two terms, Scrum and extreme programming. These are like two ways or two examples of the related methods that we use during Agile methods. I will talk about Scrum and extreme programming when we reach Agile part. Analysts should understand pros and cons of any approach before you select. Okay, when you have to just like develop any system, just think first whether the environment of your users organization should match with Scrum or should match with extreme programming, and then you just choose it. Because I mean, like if you say that you choose Scrum already, and on midway you try to change to be extreme programming, it might be a bit difficult. Okay, right. The next one, apart from SDLC or structured analysis and development method, apart from object oriented, apart from Agile, they also have like other development methods as well that are joint application development, rapid application development, okay, JAD or RAD, okay. This one was popular during like 1990s period, okay, or the beginning of 2000s. But right now, okay, Agile development just like come and become more popular. They might encounter other system of development techniques as well. And then we also have like the idea of rational unified process and Microsoft solution framework. So it depends on what kind of development method that the organization would like you to use and what kind of system development method that your company use as well. Because of what? Sometimes if you have to work with a large scale company, they set up their own standard system development method already. You have to be trained first. And after that, you have to use their standard system development method of their organization. Because I mean, like when you have to deliver the documentations and the system for your customer, you have to follow the standard of your company. Okay, so it depends. Okay. For example, as far as I know, because I have like some friends who work with Accenture, that is one of the largest consulting company in the world. Most of the time they use Agile methods right now, except there are some special requests from their customer. If their customer say that, okay, they are familiar with the structured development life cycle, Okay, they can apply, they can adjust themselves to use that SDLC. But if otherwise, they will use like the agile method. While another company, okay, they may use like another one, like JAD. Okay, so that means every project of the company they use JAD all the time, something like that. Okay, so when we talk about the system development methods that we may have already the variety of them, what are the guidelines for the system development guideline? Firstly, okay, you have to develop a project plan. When you have to just like do any projects, the thing that we always have to do is what we call project plan. Okay, we need to have the project plan. Project plan normally it tells us what to do and when to do. What and when. Normally, it comes in term of like what to say. Project plan may come in term of the chart, talking about the time. For example, one of the most popular chart that we use for developing of the project plan is what we call Gantt chart. Gantt is the name of a person who just like develop this kind of chart. We call it as Gantt chart. Gantt chart tell us for the tasks and subtasks that we have to do, and tell us that for each task or subtask when to do it, when do you have to start, when is the due date, okay, and who is responsible. Okay, that is project plan. It involves users. Try to involve users and listen carefully to them. This is important. Involve users and listen carefully to them. Involve users means that you try to have the users to participate with the team. Sometimes when you set up a project for your customer, you may have to request some of the key users. Key users are the users who can make a decision, who can just like convey the information or request to their boss, to let their boss make a decision and let us know straight away. Those are what we call key users. Okay. Try to have the key users to involve in the team. Okay. And after that, you always listen carefully to them. Listen carefully to them here means that if they said no because blah blah blah, you have to just like listen to them. Because if you don't listen, sometimes it's just like it's like the problem as well. Okay, because their boss might say no. Okay, normally the key users know what their boss want. Excuse me, Pon Kamon, you said like beta testers. What you mentioned? What like beta testers, please? Sorry, I just like see your chat message now. Involving users. Beta tester, no ครับ involving user here. Beta tester and key users are different. Beta testers are the people who try on the system. You can see that beta testers actually they can give us good feedback for the system. Normally the tester comes when the system is almost done. It's on the beta version, right? But users here, key users here, come when the project starts. That means when we do planning, users help planning too. Users tell us this one you can do, this one you cannot do, or you shouldn't do, just before you gather the information. So that means they come like very beginning of the project, while the beta tester come before the system launch. Okay ครับ so the next step is that use project management tools to identify tasks and milestone. Okay, so this one, project management tool, is like project management software. The example is like a Microsoft project. What is it for? Project management tools. Normally it tells us for like what to do, when to do, who to do. Okay, we can just like type all the tasks and subtasks that we may have in the project, starting time and ending time, and responsible person, including money or budget that is related to each task. This software can help us in order to identify the task, and also it tells us the milestone, which task can be overlapped, which task has higher priority, which task has to be done before. Okay, that is project management tools. And then we also have to develop accurate costs and benefit information. Cost and benefits here, we don't just like talk about the money. Okay, money is one factor, but cost and benefit is in here is also include what we call intangible costs and intangible benefits as well. For example, time. For example, popularity, something like that. You can see that for the time and popularity here, and user acceptance, this one cannot be counted as money. Okay. Christine said, so it's kind of like stat. You mean the project management tools, Christine? No, it's not a stat,ครับ. It's just like the detail task. It's the detail task. Actually, it tells that, okay, it will be like this. Okay. It might be like said that, okay, task number 1, okay, interview. Responsible, Boromin. Date, 1509 to 1709. Okay, this is the example of the one task. And then you may have 1.1. Okay, end user interview. 1.2. Okay, management interview. This is the detailed task, not the stat,ครับ. Okay, it's very detailed. You have to just like go into detail what task you have to do. Okay, also it just gives you the details of the time. Okay, right. Next, for developing accurate cost benefit information, yeah, we know already. And also remain flexible when you do system development. When you do system development, what do I mean by system flexible? In here, you have to be careful because you have to deal with people. Sometimes people have like some factors that is out of control. For example, for your users, you ask them to do some you go for interviewing. Okay, let's say. Unfortunately, on the day that you go for interviewing, okay, let's say you say that 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Unfortunately, they just like got stuck in the traffic. And then you have another task to do in the afternoon. That means on that day, you can't do the interviewing. So you have to be flexible. How can we move? Can we move on another day instead? Okay, or sometimes you ask the programmer to finish, but they can't. So it must be flexible. For example, you might need to have plan B, something like that. Okay. Next, after we talk about the guideline for this information already, okay, Next, you have to understand for the department for the IT as well. For the IT department, when any company has the IT department, okay, this is good structure for the IT department if you have to set up. Okay, on top we may have like many names or many title for the role or for the person who is on the top. We may have director of IT. Sometimes we may call them as IT manager in some company. Sometimes, I mean the current one, some company may use the name of the position as CIO, Chief Information Officer, something like that, instead of Director of Information Technology. Okay. So, who are under IT Director? Application Development, System Support and Security, User Support, Database Admin, Network Admin, Web Support, and Quality Assurance. Okay, these are like possible roles that we may have in the IT department, but sometimes some organization may just like group some roles together. For example, they may say that, okay, for system support and security and user support, they group together. Some companies say that, okay, QA as well, group together. So the things that you have, you may have app development, support, database admin, network admin. Web support might be just like grouped together with the support team as well. So these might be like the structure of a company with the IT department. It depends. Okay. The next one. Some of the company may not have IT department. So these kind of tasks is away. We don't have it. Because I mean like every time that you need to have like any support or any development, we may hire somebody outside the company. So it depends on the company itself. The next one, for the system analyst, okay, what is the responsibility of this person? System analyst is a person who translate business requirements into IT project. So that means you have to understand business, and you also have to understand IT side, so that you can just like translate what users want into the IT requirements. Okay, so that means this person or this position needs to have knowledge, skills, and education. What do we want the system analyst to have? The first one, technical knowledge. Okay, that one for a CS student, you are okay. Next is strong oral and written communication skills, because when you have to translate business requirements into IT project, you must have the documents that you give to other people, including users, including IT or programmers team. Okay. You also need to have analytic ability. Okay. And also you have an understanding of business operations and critical thinking skills. Okay, these are like the knowledge, skills, and education that system analysts must have. And certification. Okay. Actually, it depends on like what kind of thing that you need to have. Okay, it depends on what kind of like the system that users have. Some systems need to have a certified people in order to just like being the doing the role as system analyst. For example, suppose a company hire you in order to help developing a network security control system or network security control information system for their company. You may need to have like CCNA CCNA certificate for the network. Okay, something like that. Or sometimes if the customer would like you to just like help implementing SAP for their company. Okay, you may need to have like the SAP certificate on the module that they would like you to just like implement. Okay, so it depends on like what project that you are assigned to do. Okay, so how do they know whether you have the certification like that or not? Normally, everyone should prepare your CV. Okay, so when can we start? Okay, I can tell you that when it's the time for doing your internship, okay, you can do the CV at that time, and then you just like use that CV and update them when you have like new knowledge or new certificate coming in. Just update in that CV, so you'll be ready. So that means if you just like apply for a job in a large consulting firms, okay, you have to send that CV to them, and when you go for training, when the company send you for training, you update your CV. So the CV here will be sent to the customers, because normally when the customer would like to sign a contract for a IT project with a company, okay, with an IT company, they may ask for the CV of the team first. What is a CV of system analyst? What is a CV of programmer? They want to know that, okay, what are experience? What are their education? What are their certification? Okay, before they say that, okay, I choose this person. This person is not okay. Do you have any other choice for me? Something like that. Okay, this is for like CV that you have to prepare. The next one, career opportunity. For the career opportunity in here, okay, so it depends on job titles that you want to have. Some of the company, okay, some of the company may name this the system analyst as system analyst. Some company may call the system analyst as consultant. Okay, something like that. It depends. Or they may say that it might be like IT specialist, something like that. Okay. Also, it depends on company organization as well. How do they organize their company? What is the structure chart? Where is system analyst under whom? Okay, under what department? Okay, what is the company size? You have to know that. If the company is large, you may just like work as a system analyst only. But if the company is small, you may have to work not just system analyst. You sometimes may have to work as a programmer too. Okay, corporate culture. Okay, for example, if you go to American company and you go to Japanese company, the culture is absolutely different. Okay, salary, location, and future growth. These are the things that you have to just like think about as well in the future. So that's all of the module number one. Okay. Up to this point, do you have any questions? So if you don't have any questions, let me just tell you about like the activities that we have to do in this class. Because in this class, actually, we have to just like do many of the case studies and class discussion. Okay. So I want you to form a team. I want you to form a team, okay, of 3 people. Hang on. Let me see. How many people do we have? Okay. I want you to form a team of I want you to form a team of 3 people. Okay, 3 people. to work together. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, 3 people should be the best. 3 people to work together. In this one, okay, what do we have to do for the team people? The team that you have to form. Okay, what are activities that we have to do? The first one, we have case studies and group discussion. Second one, we have the term project. For the term project in this class, okay, let me tell you roughly first. I would like each team to think of like a company that you would like to just like do the system analysis project for them. Okay. For example, if you say that, okay, you know company A and you think that the company A is running like, let's say, they run a restaurant and they would like to have, let's say, booking, okay, online booking and reservation system, okay, and also online ordering of the food as well, something like that. So finally, you just come up with a conceptual design, how it looks like, and then you just present to the whole class. For the detail, I'll just like talk about it next on. So just like would like you to form a team first. Just would like you to form a team first. Now let me see what you asked me. Tiwat asked me that how is the salary prospect for CS in Thailand? Depends on what position you work for. Okay. Normally it's just like um depends on the company as well, Atiwat. But I can tell you that it's okay for the salary prospect in Thailand right now. I think for our CS graduate, it's more than 24,000 as a starting salary. Okay. But also, as I told you, somebody would like to be the freelance for some IT projects. That one will have more money than just like the person who work as a salary people, something like that. But the trend is still good and very good here. Okay. Pon Kamon, team of 3 people for class activity. Is it the same as term project? Actually, actually, it's up to you. But I mean, like, if possible, class activities and also term project, if possible, I would like you to have the same team because some of the activities or some of the assignment, it's a part of the project assignment. Term project, you said 3 to 4 members. Yeah, actually, for this group discussion, it can be 3 up to 4 people as well. I don't mind. Okay. If it's 4, that's okay too. Okay, I don't mind 3 up to 4 people. Okay, all right. Okay, that's good that you form. That some of you can form the team already. Okay. So now, who haven't got the team yet? Can you please find a team in this class? Okay. So anyone who don't have the team, please type in the chat box so that you can find each other that you don't have the team. So right now we have Thai and Rin Ratipon, okay, who don't have the team yet. Okay. Okay. Do we have anyone who have 3 people in the team? Which team has 3 people? Christine don't know yet. What do you mean? How many people do you have right now, Christine? Just two. Okay, good. Christine, is it possible for you to accept two more members for your team? Is it possible to accept Pai and Rin Radipon, Christine? Oh, three already. On, come on. Sure. Christine. So three already. Do we do we do we still have any team with three people? Atiwat have two people. Sahaswat have two people. Okay. So okay. Atiwat. Okay. Let's do like this. I'll let you discuss to find the team. Okay. I would like to have team of 3 up to 4 people. Or if you have 4 people already, that's okay. So right now, I have like, we have some team with 2 people only. And we have 2 more students who do not have the team yet. Okay. So let me do like this. Pai, Rin Radipon. Okay. Atiwat, Sahaswat. Okay. Hang on, let's see. Atiwat and Sahaswat, you have 2 people, right? Atiwat and Sahaswat. Let me do like this. Any other team else have just 2 people in the team apart from Atiwat and Sahaswat team? If no, can I do like this? Atiwat and Sahaswat. Okay. Could you please accept Pai and Rin Radipon to your team? Oh, Shiathon still don't have team. Okay. Let's do like this. I'll just like, then I let you manage by yourself. Okay. Better than just I assign to you. Anyone who don't have team or anyone who have just 2 people in the team. Okay. I let you have like 5 minutes to discuss and then finalize with a team. Okay. 3 up to 4 people. Okay. Can you do it, please? Okay. In the 5 minutes from now, I'll just like assign the activity to you. Goramat also need the team too. Goramat, are you you don't have the team yet, right? Just by yourself. So okay. Goramat, Rin Radipon. Okay. Who else? Pai. Don't have the team. So everyone, okay, let's do like this. I let you just like talk together. You may use the microphone if you like. So right now we have Goramat, Pai, and Rin Radipon who don't have the team. While Sahaswat team and Atiwat team has just 2 people only. So could you please like talk together? Okay. You can use microphone if you like. Okay. To just like find your team. Find a team for you. Okay. I want 3 up to 4 people. Okay. I give you 5 minutes. Please do it now. Thank you. If you communicate with the chatting or typing is not, you don't still confused, you may use microphone if you like, or you may use line messenger. I don't mind.
Ajahn, is it
Yes.
going to be absolutely final that this team is going to be just for the assignment session, or is it also going to be fixed for the project as well, or is it just
Actually, I don't mind if you want to change the team later. But I mean, like, I recommend you to have just like the fixed team, because some assignments
uh,
will be part of the project too.
okay?
Okay, Okay, so right now I think that we finished already, right? Okay, to get the team. So what do I want you to do now? Okay, the things I want you to do now is a very short, what to say, case, okay, to read and to discuss. Okay, so everyone, okay, if you have the team already, I want one representative of each team, okay, to type the name of the team members, okay, to type the name of the team members into the chat box, please. For example, if okay, if Pariwat's team has 3 people, you just type the name of the members like Pariwat, Naran, and Nakarin, something like that, on the chat box, please. Please submit it as a public one so that other teams can see the list of the members as well. Okay, thank you. So, the things that I want you to do while you are just like typing the team list for me is that I want you to see this um, case study. Okay, let me just like show you this. It is case one and case two. Case one and case two. Okay. Each case is like mini case. Okay, just like not many sentences in the case. Okay, Mama and Lisa. Okay, this won't be long. Let me just like load this page to you. Okay, the first case is Global Hotels and Mama's Hotel. Okay, in this one, okay, we have just like what is the basic information for the hotels company. And case two, what should Lisa do, is a small case as well. I want you to just like read and discuss with your teammates right now. Okay. So what are we going to do in here? Okay, in here. Okay, let me just like divide you to work differently. Okay. First one. Okay. For discussion case number one. For discussion case number one. Okay, let me just like see. We have 8 team altogether. Okay. For discussion case one. For discussion case one. Okay. Global hotels and Mama's motel. I want Porngamon team. Naran. Naran's team. James. And Tantita's team. Okay. Porngamon, Naran, James, and Tantita's team to do case one, to read case one and find the answer for me. While Rarintip, Pit, Sahaswat, Rarintip, why do you send me twice? Rarintip, Pit, and Sahaswat team, you read case two, okay, and answer the question. Okay. Right. How to answer? I mean, like, I want you to just like present, have just like something to, I mean, a representative of the team, or you may just like let 3 or 4 of you to help each other to just like discuss about this. What's the fact that happened, and what should we do? Why do we have to do that, or why should we do that? Okay. So I'll break you into the small room. Okay, let's try. We break you into the small room first. And I hope that okay, today we may have just like 1 or 2 example of the presentation. Okay, just give me a moment. because this is the first time for you to have the team too. So that's why it's just like a bit difficult to just like assign you to the breakout room. But I hope that our next class, it should be quicker than this. Okay, Kongamon, Paramat, Christine Asher. Okay, team 2, Ram, Curry. Purit, what is your team? Who do you work with? Purit. Hello, Purit. Are you here, Purit? I think he is not here now. Karamat, who do you work with? Pongamon. Pon Pongamon Karamat. Okay. Next. Kantinan. Kantinan, who do you work with? Kantinan.
Hello ครับ
Hello ครับ Kantinan, who do you work with?
It's Tasfia ครับ and เกรียงศักดิ์ and
Oh,
Narintip.
I see. I see. Because the first message that Larintip sent to me, she just wrote Fei, and then I didn't know who you are. Okay, Larintip. Okay, Kantinan. Rin Radipon. Finally, who do you work with? Rin Radipon. Sahat Sawat. You work with Sahat Sawat. Okay. Rin Radipon is team 7. Okay. So who work with Purit? Can you tell me who work with Purit or Luis? Which team work with Luis? Okay. If no, okay, then just leave him here. He has to be with me because it seems like he is not here at the moment. Then to I'll send each of you to work with your team. The things that you have to do is that read the short passage about the case and come up with the answer for what you should do. Okay, I give you 10 minutes to do this. I give you 10 minutes to do this. Now it's 11:35. Then in 11:45, I'll call you back in the main room. Okay, I'll call you back in the main room and we just like discuss how to do next. Okay, before I send you to the breakout room, do you have any questions?
อาจารย์ครับ this is open-ended right so there's no correct answer
No correct answer ครับ we need your ideas and opinion.
okay
Okay. So any other questions so far? If no, let's go to your team. I'll just like visit each team too. Okay, just spend your time.
easier is global.
Yeah, I think we need to find if the cost implementation of the system.
Actually, hang on. I think I can
Depends on whether
find
the global
the.
is ready. Yeah, that's what I think too. There's not really enough information to like give an objective point. So I think that's what the Ajahn means.
I think I have one individual website for the hotel. Okay. I will send to you, Pokemon. It's
Agoda Thailand.
no. Agoda is
Yeah,
global.
that's what I think too. It sometimes it's fine to go like small, but usually they still need a legacy
Oh,
system.
I'm getting.
Agoda
Okay, welcome back, everyone. Okay, just wait for another 10 seconds. So, have you finished the discussion? Actually, okay, we have just like 1 minute left. So technically we cannot just like have the presentation of each team. So let's do like this. On the next class, I'll let each team to present how you solve the problem for these two cases. For these two cases shortly. Okay, shortly. So the things that I want you to do as the assignment, okay, as the assignment is here. Okay, if you have a look on your Canvas course, okay, let's see. You will see in module number one, okay, in module number one, I have team discussion. Number one, case study bus on smart grid. Case study bus on smart grid. The things I want you to do is that I want you to read on this team discussion document. It's a group case one here. The name of the file is groupcase1.pdf. Okay, in here. So what are we going to do? Hang on. I'll just like, sorry, I have to just like let it open up for you. The things that you have to do for the group case one is that I would like you to, hang on, to read this case study and then just answer the case study question. You have to do two things for me. The first one, summarize this case. Summarize this case. Okay, it's about the bus on smart grid. First one, summarize this case. And second one, answer the case study question for me. Okay, please do it in the word processing file. Like you may use it as a Word document, or you may use like pages. And after that, make it as PDF file for me. Okay. So in this one, I want one team per one submission only. One team, one submission only. So please answer this question, summarize first and then answer this question. Submit it to me before the next class. Okay, the due time will be on lunch time on next class. That means, okay, you have around like 2 days to finish this team discussion. So when you do this team discussion, I will randomly call some team to present as well. So on the next class, we will have like two kind of presentation. The first one, the mini case, two of mini cases. Every team has to present. But for the team discussion one, I random around 3 teams to answer, to summarize and to answer the questions. Okay, right. Okay, then up to this point, do you have any questions? For mini cases 1 and 2, you don't need to submit anything. The things I want is to present only because I record the videotape. I would record the clips for that one as well. Okay, so, okay, let me see. Yes, Pongamon, we use the same group,ครับ. So if you're happy to use this group until like the term project, that's fine. I don't mind. Rintip, one member submission is enough. Okay, because I'll set up the submission to be team submission. That means if you use the group to, if one of the member in the team submit, that means the whole team submit. You don't need to submit twice. Okay, right. Any other questions so far?
John, could you
Yes.
kindly give us the link for the video recordings of the class?
Oh, sorry, I haven't just like uploaded yet. I will just like do it as soon as I can. So Atiwat, it's locked. I will just like have to unlock for you first. It will be in the next 5 minutes. When the class finish, I'll unlock it for you. Okay, for assignment the case number 1. Okay, so everyone, any other questions so far? If there is no question before we finish the class, can you please turn on your camera so that I can capture the screen? Just won't be long. Tasfia, please turn on your camera. Just won't be long, just won't be long. Goramat, please turn on your camera for me. Okay, then everyone. So if you don't have any questions, okay, I just like stop my lecture at this point and we see each other again on this coming Wednesday. Okay, you have a nice day and then stay safe. We see each other again on this Wednesday. Bye bye for now, everyone.
บ๊ายบายครับอาจารย์ Have a good day ครับ
Bye. You too. Bye bye. Bye. Just wait for me. Rarin Tip and Bye. Just wait for me. Bye. Please submit it through my email for the internship log. Okay. So any other people have any question? Tasfir, Atiwat, or Goramat, any questions?
So to confirm, we just have to our group has to do the case study and just answer the case study questions and submit it via Canvas before the end of next class.
Yes, that's
basically
right. That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
And for the presentation, could you explain that one again?
What presentation?
So we have the group discussion today. So that's going to be one, and for the case study we had to do the written work on. Do we also have to present?
For team discussion number one, the one that I just assigned to you will be just like randomly picked.
Okay.
Because I
So we
don't
have
want to
to.
spend like too long time for presentation.
I see. So we have to answer the questions and do the brief presentation on that case as well.
Yes, you have to summarize it first, and then you just like answer the question. You don't need to do the slides. You can open up your PDF file, and then you just like show it on the screen, share it on the screen while you present what's going on with the case.
I see. And for the group discussion that we have today, is there any points or factors that you want us to focus on? Because the case study that we talk about right now is mostly boils down to the advantages and disadvantages of each job offers. So would that be enough, or are you looking for something else as well?
That should be enough from the basic knowledge that you have in the introduction part.
Okay.
So because I want you to just like start first that, okay, when the knowledge that I give it to you in module 1, what do you think?
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye.
Bye. See you.
See ya.